That was the year Michael Jackson's Thriller was still dominating global music charts. Apple had just released the first Macintosh computer. The Los Angeles Olympics were showcasing America's vitality to the world. And somewhere in a design studio in Toyota City, Aichi Prefecture, a group of engineers were sketching the contour of a vehicle on drawing boards, a vehicle that was about to change the global off-road landscape forever. That vehicle was the first-generation Land Cruiser 70 series. 40 years have passed. The world has been turned upside down. Phones have gone from bricks to pocket computers. Cars have gone from carburetors to electric motors. Autonomous driving is becoming a reality, and the internal combustion engine is facing its twilight years. Even moon landings have gone from dreams to history, with private companies now launching rockets. But one thing has never changed: in the harshest, most remote, most roadless places on Earth, you will still see a boxy Toyota Land Cruiser 70 series, rolling steadily forward, as if the last 4 decades never happened. Today, we're talking about this vehicle, the 2027 Toyota Land Cruiser 70 series, powered by the 4.0-liter V6 engine. A legend that refuses to retire. Some say this isn't a car. It's a time machine. It lets you buy a vehicle with a 1984 soul in the year 2027, except this time, it's learned how to talk to the modern era without losing its ancient, ironclad heart. It is, in every sense of the word, an anachronism. But in a world where everything is becoming disposable, there is something profoundly comforting about an anachronism. Welcome to DriveTime. Today, let's take a moment, no, let's take a lot of time, to talk about what might be the most stubborn, most hardcore, longest-running off-road vehicle on planet Earth. We are going to dissect it, analyze it, and understand why, in an age of electric SUVs and autonomous driving, this dinosaur is still selling out faster than Toyota can build them. To understand the 2027 Land Cruiser 70 series, we must first go back to the beginning. The Toyota Land Cruiser story begins in 1951. That year, Toyota introduced the BJ-type off-road vehicle, what would later be called the Toyota Jeep. The vehicle's birth had a very practical backdrop. During the Korean War, the US military needed a batch of light off-road vehicles, and Toyota seized the opportunity. The BJ model was powered by a 3.4-liter inline-6 gasoline engine producing just 85 horsepower. But its ladder-frame chassis, leaf spring suspension, and four-wheel drive system established the core DNA that would define the Land Cruiser family for generations: reliability, durability, and the ability to bring you back from anywhere. 1960 brought the 20 series. 1967 brought the 40 series. The 40 series was the vehicle that truly made the Land Cruiser world famous. Round headlights, boxy body, removable hardtop, these design languages continue to this day on the 70 series. The 40 series sold for 25 years. In automotive industry history, this is almost a miracle. It sold from Japan to Australia, Africa, the Middle East, South America, wherever there was a road, wherever there was no road, there was a 40 series. It became the backbone of the Australian outback and the safari vehicles of East Africa. It was rugged, noisy, and unrefined, but it was unkillable. But 25 years was simply too long. By the 1980s, the 40 series design had clearly fallen behind the times. While its reliability was unmatched, its comfort, safety, and fuel economy were no longer up to standard. The competition, like the Land Rover Defender, was starting to offer better road manners. Toyota knew it was time for a complete generational change. They couldn't just facelift a 25-year-old design, they needed a revolution while retaining the soul. On November 2, 1984, Toyota officially launched the Land Cruiser 70 series. That day came nearly 29 years after the 40 series was born. 29 years, meaning a child born in 1967 would be nearly 30 years old in 1984, still driving a vehicle designed in the same year he was born. Such a product lifecycle seems like science fiction today. The 70 series development goals were crystal clear: inherit all the strengths of the 40 series: durability, reliability, off-road capability, while addressing all its weaknesses: comfort, safety, modernity. Under the skin, the 70 series retained the 40 series ladder frame, two thick longitudinal rails connected by several cross members, forming an incredibly strong ladder. This structure's greatest advantage is extremely high torsional rigidity, able to withstand immense twisting forces on extreme terrain without permanent deformation. But the 70 series also made many improvements. The front suspension switched from leaf springs to coil springs, dramatically improving on-road ride comfort. The steering system was optimized so driving no longer required building biceps like the 40 series. For engines, the 70 series offered multiple choices from launch, from a 2.4-liter inline-4 gasoline to a 3.4-liter inline-6 diesel, covering everything from civilian to military applications. From its 1984 birth to today, the 70 series has undergone countless facelifts and updates. But what's astonishing is that its basic silhouette, basic structure, basic design philosophy have never changed. Round headlights? Yes. Boxy body? Yes. Ladder frame? Yes. Solid axle suspension? Yes. Part-time four-wheel drive? Yes. In over 40 years of life, the 70 series has changed engines, changed transmissions, added safety features, upgraded interiors. But that skeleton, that soul, it has remained unchanged from day one. That's why some say the 70 series isn't a vehicle, it's a species. Like crocodiles, like sharks, unchanged on the evolutionary tree for tens of millions of years, not out of laziness, but because they were already perfect and didn't need to change. It achieved a state of mechanical perfection early on, and any attempt to modernize it too much would have broken the spell. Let's pause and think. One vehicle, sold from 1984 to 2027, 43 years. In that time, Toyota alone has produced how many Land Cruiser generations? After the 70 series came the 80 series, 100 series, 200 series, 300 series. Each generation more technologically advanced, more luxurious, more comfortable. Yet the 70 series continues production, continues selling, continues having people lining up to buy it. Why? Answer 1. Because the world's roads are worse than we imagine. You might live in London, New York, or Dubai, commuting on smooth asphalt every day. But most of the world isn't like that. In Australia's outback mining regions, road surface temperatures can exceed 50 degrees Celsius, dust can blot out the sun, and potholes can shake ordinary SUVs to pieces. Miners need a vehicle that can work in these conditions every day, never break down, and be quickly repaired if something does go wrong. The 70 series is that answer. In Africa's Sahel region, from the southern edge of the Sahara to the savannah, road conditions are beyond imagination. UN workers, Red Cross personnel, various NGO staff drive 70 series across borders, delivering supplies, rescuing refugees. To them, the 70 series isn't a vehicle, it's a lifeline. In the Middle Eastern desert, Bedouin herders convert 70 series pickups into mobile homes, weaving between dunes. In South America's Andes, miners drive 70 series at altitudes above 4,000 meters, where the air is thin, and the temperatures drop below freezing, relying on the robust mechanicals that don't care about atmospheric pressure. In Southeast Asia's jungles, expedition teams rely on 70 series to traverse mud and floodwaters that would drown any modern unibody SUV. Answer 2, because it won't break, is easy to fix, and can go anywhere. That's a quote from a 70 series owner. Just 9 words that capture this vehicle's core value. The 70 series design philosophy has always revolved around one principle: don't fail in extreme conditions, and if you do, be easy to repair. So it uses a ladder frame, simple structure, extremely strong, easy to weld and repair. So it uses solid axle suspension, fewer parts, durable, any repair shop can replace them. So it uses part-time four-wheel drive, mechanical, reliable, doesn't depend on electronics that can fry in a lightning storm. So its engine bay is spacious enough to fit an ox, plenty of room to work, no need to dismantle half the front end to change a spark plug. In the middle of the Sahara, you don't need a diagnostic computer, you need a wrench and a hammer. The 70 series understands this. Answer 3, because it has an authenticity that no modern SUV can provide. This isn't something you can measure with data, but it might be the most important answer. When you sit in the driver's seat of a 2027 Land Cruiser 70 series, what you feel isn't technology or luxury, it's a timeless authenticity. That square steering wheel. Those mechanical buttons and knobs that click with a reassuring solidity. That firm, unyielding seat. That unadorned plastic trim. They all tell you, this isn't a vehicle for showing off, this is a tool for getting work done. In an era where everyone is surrounded by smartphones, social media, and artificial intelligence, being able to escape all that in a vehicle, returning to the most primitive and purest driving experience, that itself is a luxury. It is a digital detox on wheels. Before we dive into the 2027 model, we need to spend some time talking about Australia. Because in no other market does any country love the 70 series like Australia does. In Australia, the 70 series isn't called Land Cruiser 70 series, it has a much more affectionate nickname, the 70. It's not just a vehicle, it's practically a cultural icon. It sits alongside the kangaroo and the didgeridoo as a symbol of Australian resilience. Australia is vast, sparsely populated, and its interior is called the outback. In the outback, distances between cities can be hundreds or even thousands of kilometers, with nothing but desert, red dirt, and scrubland in between. Here, a vehicle isn't transportation, it's a survival tool. You take an ordinary SUV into the outback. That's suicide. You need a vehicle that can carry massive amounts of fuel, massive amounts of water, massive amounts of spare parts, run continuously in extreme heat, and stay stable on gravel roads. You need a 70 series. In Australia, the 70 series serves countless purposes. Farmers use it to patrol ranches and transport livestock. Miners use it to access mining sites and move equipment. Explorers convert it into a land cruiser, adding auxiliary fuel tanks, rooftop tents, fridges, solar panels, then drive it across the Simpson Desert. Families use it as a weekend escape vehicle, towing caravans, taking kids, escaping city noise. Even the Australian Defence Force uses the 70 series as a light tactical vehicle. In Australia, the 70 series holds its value astonishingly well. A 5-year-old 70 series can retain 80% to 90% of its original value. In the automotive industry, this is practically unheard of. The reason is simple, market demand always exceeds supply. You can sell a used 70 series anytime, and you'll never struggle to get a good price. Pricing-wise, in the Australian market, workmate versions start around AUD 81,534, while higher spec variants can reach AUD 93,894 or more. Yet even at these prices, waiting lists remain staggeringly long. Some buyers wait up to 2 years to get their hands on a new one. Leaving Australia, let's look to Africa. In Africa, the 70 series is equally legendary. From East Africa's Kenya to South Africa's Johannesburg, from West Africa's Niger to North Africa's Morocco, the 70 series is everywhere. UN peacekeepers use the 70 series. Humanitarian aid organizations use the 70 series. Wildlife reserve rangers use the 70 series. Safari tour companies use the 70 series to carry tourists viewing wildlife. In Africa, the 70 series is called the backbone of Africa. Not because of its power, but because of its reliability. In Africa, if a vehicle breaks down on the roadside, it might mean days or even weeks before help arrives. So you need a vehicle that won't break. The 70 series is that vehicle. Now look at the Middle East. The Middle East is the primary market for the 70 series short wheelbase version. According to official data, approximately 90% of SWB 70 series are exported to Gulf countries and the Middle East. Why? Because the short wheelbase offers exceptional maneuverability on dunes. A 2,310mm wheelbase, combined with a light body and powerful four-wheel drive system, makes the 70 Series SWB a desert crossing weapon. In the UAE, the three-door hardtop version starts at AED 177,900. In Saudi Arabia, the expected starting price is around SAR 181,000. And the Middle East market has a very special feature, a fold-down front windshield. Yes, you heard that right. The 70 Series SWB's front windshield can fold forward, laying flat on the hood. This design was originally intended to make it easier for farmers to throw lassos while driving. As ancient as it sounds, this feature is still in production today because Middle Eastern farmers still actually use it. It's not a gimmick, it's a necessity for their specific lifestyle. Alright, history lesson over. Now let's turn our attention to today's main event, the 2027 Toyota Land Cruiser 70 Series. First, a fact you may have already noticed, it looks almost identical to the first-generation 70 Series from 1984. I know what you're thinking, isn't this just a New Year sticker? But it's not that simple. The 2027 70 Series still maintains that iconic boxy silhouette, flat roof, vertical windows, almost no curves on the body sides. This is not a design flaw, it is a design statement. The flat surfaces are easier to repair with basic tools. The vertical windows allow for better visibility in tight trails. The boxy shape maximizes interior space for a given footprint. Round headlights remain the core element of the front fascia. They are a direct callback to the 40 Series, and Toyota knows that changing them would be sacrilege. Thick bumpers, prominent wheel arches, generous ground clearance, all these elements are the 70 Series visual signature. But if you look closely, you'll see the 2027 model is already very different from the 1984 model in many details. First, the lighting system. The 2027 70 Series features full LED lighting. The round headlights have a more complex and refined internal structure, with daytime running light rings encircling the lamp assemblies. These LEDs aren't just for show, they are brighter and more durable than halogen bulbs, which is crucial when driving at night in areas with no streetlights and abundant wildlife. Taillights also use LED technology, brighter, faster responding, longer lasting. Second, front fascia detailing. The grille's chrome trim is more refined, giving it a subtle premium touch without being gaudy. The bumper design is more modern, still rugged in style, but with smoother lines that improve aerodynamics slightly, which helps with fuel economy and wind noise. Fog lights are integrated into the lower bumper, positioned lower with wider coverage to illuminate the edges of the trail. Third, color choices. The 2027 model offers 6 exterior colors: white, black, silver, red, dark blue, and sand beige. Sand beige is the most 70 Series color. It evokes deserts, savannas, red dirt roads, the places this vehicle was truly meant to go. White is the most practical because it reflects heat and hides dust well. Black is for those who want a stealthy, menacing look. The paint quality has also improved significantly over the years. Toyota uses a thicker clear coat specifically designed to resist scratches from branches and bush pinstriping, a common hazard in off-road driving. Now, let's talk about dimensions. The 2027 model is offered in multiple body styles. The station wagon version measures 4,910mm in length, 1,870mm in width, and 1,945mm in height, with a wheelbase of 2,730mm. The pickup version is longer at 5,235mm, with the same width and height, but a wheelbase stretching to 3,180mm. The pickup comes in single cab and double cab configurations. Minimum ground clearance sits at 235mm, meaning you can easily clear most road obstacles without worrying about scraping underneath. For the Middle East, Toyota also offers a short wheelbase version with a wheelbase of just 2,310mm, offering a tighter turning radius for the dunes. Let's talk about the most unique and surprising feature on the 2027 70 Series, the fold-down front windshield. In 2027, when most cars are chasing panoramic sunroofs, starlight ceilings, and giant center screens, the 70 series still retains "flip the windshield down," a design from the last century. The purpose is beautifully simple: to make it easier for farmers to throw lassos at low speeds, or to get better visibility and ventilation during field work. On Australian and Middle Eastern farms, farmers often need to throw ropes or herd animals from the vehicle. With the windshield up, your field of vision and movement are restricted. But with the windshield folded down, you can stand in the driver's seat with 360-degree visibility. The mechanism itself is pure mechanical engineering, just 2 latches and some hinges. No electric motors to fail, no hydraulics to leak. Of course, for 99.9% of urban users, you may never use this feature in your lifetime. But its very existence is proof of the 70 series, no compromise, spirit. It tells you, this vehicle wasn't designed to please city users, it was designed for people who truly need it. Finally, the wheels. The 2027 70 series comes equipped with 16-inch steel wheels wearing high-quality off-road tires. You might ask, why not larger wheels? 18-inch? 20-inch? The answer is simple: off-road, smaller wheels with thicker tires work better than large wheels with low-profile tires. Large wheels with low-profile tires look cooler in the city and handle better on pavement. But off-road, low-profile tires have thin sidewalls that are easily punctured by sharp rocks. Large wheels are heavier, increasing unsprung mass and affecting suspension response. But 16-inch steel wheels with thick tires, the sidewalls are beefy enough to absorb big impacts. The steel wheels can be hammered back into shape if bent, unlike expensive alloys that shatter. And tire selection is wider. In remote areas, you're far more likely to find 16-inch off-road tires in a dusty village garage than a 20-inch tire. This is the 70 series mindset, not designed to look good, but designed to work well. Alright, let's pop the hood. Here's the true heart of the 2027 70 series, the 4.0-liter V6 gasoline engine. This engine is codenamed 1GR-FE. The 1GR-FE is a member of Toyota's GR engine family, which includes various V6 engines from 2.5 to 4.6 liters. The 1GR-FE is one of the largest naturally aspirated versions, displacing 3,956 cubic centimeters. Bore and stroke are 94 mm by 95 mm, a square design that offers both decent low-end torque and the ability to rev compression ratio is 10.0 to 1. For a naturally aspirated engine, this is relatively high, meaning better fuel economy and higher thermal efficiency, but also requiring higher octane fuel. Depending on tuning and market, the 1GR-FE produces between 227 and 231 horsepower, with maximum torque of 360 Nm arriving around 3,800 to 4,000 revolutions per minute. By 2027 standards, these numbers aren't earth-shattering. A modern 2.0-liter turbo 4-cylinder can easily exceed 250 horsepower. But the meaning of data depends on interpretation. The 1GR-FE is an engine that emphasizes longevity over peak output. It features a cast-iron cylinder block, in some iterations, or a robust aluminum block with steel liners, designed to withstand high miles without wearing out the cylinder walls. The connecting rods and crankshaft are forged, not cast, to handle the stress of continuous heavy loads. Why naturally aspirated? Why V6? Reason 1, reliability. Naturally aspirated engines are structurally simpler: no turbocharger, no intercooler, no complex intake plumbing. Fewer parts mean lower probability of failure. In remote areas, if a turbocharger fails, you might wait weeks for parts. A naturally aspirated engine? Any competent mechanic can fix it with basic tools. Reason 2, fuel adaptability. The 70 series goes to places where fuel quality is poor, high sulfur, low octane, contaminated with water or dirt. Turbo engines are sensitive. Poor fuel causes knocking and damages the turbine blades. Naturally aspirated engines tolerate it. Power might drop, but it won't knock itself to death. Reason 3, low-end torque characteristics. In off-road scenarios, you need precise throttle control, too much and you spin, too little and you stall. The V6 delivers power linearly and predictably. Turbo lag and sudden surge are disadvantages here, especially when crawling over a ledge. Reason 4, the sound. The deep, layered, rising howl of a naturally aspirated V6 is something no four-cylinder turbo can replicate. When you floor it, the 1GR FE emits a low growl that tells you, this isn't just another SUV, this is a machine with a soul. It's the sound of mechanical purity. The 2027 70 series offers multiple transmission options. The primary is a 6-speed automatic, delivering improvements in fuel economy and shift smoothness over older units. The gear ratios are specifically chosen to optimize both low-speed crawling and highway cruising. First gear is short enough to allow the engine to idle over obstacles without stalling, while sixth gear is tall enough to reduce engine revs on the highway, saving fuel and reducing noise. In some markets, Toyota still offers a 5-speed manual, and for 2027, the 2.8-liter diesel version adds a manual option for the first time. Why a manual in 2027? Because off-road, a manual gives the driver more control, free gear selection, engine braking on steep descents, and the ability to clutch kick to get over a ledge. It's about man-machine unity. Of course, in Australia, automatics already exceed 85% of orders. But the manual's existence is a commitment to pure driving experience. Fuel tank capacity is 90 liters, giving a range of approximately 600 to 700 kilometers combined, or nearly 800 on the highway. However, for the true overlanders, Toyota provides optional auxiliary fuel tank installations that can push total capacity to 150 liters or more, extending the range to over 1,200 kilometers. This means you can cross the Simpson Desert without carrying a single jerry can. Fuel economy sits between 11.8 and 14.1 liters per 100 kilometers. By 2027 standards, this isn't efficient. But remember, this isn't a fuel-efficient vehicle, this is a vehicle that brings you back from anywhere. Efficiency is secondary to dependability. The engine management system is also designed to be forgiving. If the oxygen sensor fails, the ECU enters a limp home mode that allows you to keep driving, albeit with a check engine light, until you reach civilization. You cannot do that with a modern, complex hybrid system. If you lift a 2027 70 series and look at its underside, you'll immediately understand the difference between this and those city SUVs. It's the ladder frame. This is the Land Cruiser family's most important technical heritage. Two thick longitudinal rails run from front to back, connected by cross members. This structure offers extreme torsional rigidity, able to withstand immense twisting forces on extreme terrain without permanent deformation. It's simple, easy to repair in the field with a welder, and offers high load capacity, enabling conversions for countless purposes. Of course, it's heavy, raises the center of gravity, and reduces on-road comfort. But for the target user, strength matters more than comfort, reliability matters more than handling. The suspension continues the classic design. Front, coil springs with a solid axle, offering better comfort and more travel than leaf springs. The solid axle is simple, strong, and durable, though on-road handling isn't as good as independent suspension. The front end also features a heavy-duty sway bar that can be disconnected for maximum articulation. Rear, leaf springs with a solid axle. Leaf springs are among the oldest, simplest, most durable forms. For 2027, the rear leaf springs have been reduced from 6 leaves to 2. Fewer leaves mean less friction, smoother action, better comfort. To compensate, Toyota uses higher strength steel that provides the same load carrying capacity with less weight. The steering system is another area where old-school engineering shines. The 70 series uses a recirculating ball steering gear, not rack and pinion. While rack and pinion offers better feel on the road, the recirculating ball system is more durable, less prone to damage from heavy impacts, like hitting a boulder, and can handle the massive stresses of the solid front axle. It feels heavy, but it inspires confidence when you hit a rut at speed. The 2027 70 series uses a part-time 4WD system. The driver manually selects the mode, 2H for dry pavement, saving fuel and reducing drivetrain wear, 4H for wet or loose surfaces where extra traction is needed but you're still moving at speed, and 4L for extreme crawling. It's mechanical, reliable, and unlikely to fail. There are no electronic clutches to overheat, no torque vectoring nonsense, just gears locking together. It also comes with an electric differential lock. When a wheel spins, the diff locks, transferring power to wheels with traction. In extreme scenarios, this is a lifesaver. The locker is a true mechanical lock, not a limited slip, meaning it physically binds the axle shafts together for 100% lockup. Off-road geometry is impressive: 33-degree approach angle, 24 to 28-degree departure angle, 22-degree breakover angle, 235 mm ground clearance, and 700 mm wading depth. These figures are its passport to anywhere. The wading depth is particularly noteworthy. Toyota designs the drivetrain breathers, axles, transmission, transfer case, to be routed high up into the engine bay, preventing water ingress when crossing rivers. Add a factory snorkel, and you could theoretically drive through water that is almost hood deep, as long as you maintain a steady bow wave. If you're expecting the 2027 70 series interior to be as luxurious as a Lexus, you might be disappointed. But if you're expecting everything for functionality, you'll love it. The cockpit continues the 40-year philosophy: all controls where they should be, all functions within reach, no unnecessary decoration. The steering wheel is four-spoke and oversized, with a heavy but communicative feel. The instrument cluster is traditional mechanical gauges. The center stack is dominated by large physical buttons and knobs for climate, audio, and 4WD. The seats combine nubuck and synthetic leather with power adjustment. In 2027, when most cars are using touchscreens and voice control, the 70 series insists on physical buttons because in the field, physical buttons work better. Gloves, vibrations, mud, touchscreens fail, physical knobs work. It's designed to operate in any condition. The plastics used are not the glossy, piano black types that scratch if you look at them wrong. They are matte, textured, high-impact plastics designed to withstand UV radiation and abrasion. You can wipe them down with a dirty rag, and they will look exactly the same as before. The carpeting is heavy-duty and can be hosed out. There is a rubberized floor covering option that completely eliminates carpet, allowing you to just wash the interior with a hose after a muddy expedition. However, the 2027 model isn't completely rejecting modern technology. It features a 12.3-inch center touchscreen supporting wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, and Bluetooth. Some versions even have a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and head-up display. This screen is how the 70 series talks to the modern era. It tells you, this is still the hardcore off-roader from 1984, but it's learned to communicate in modern ways. Yet critical functions, climate, 4WD, diff locks, retain physical controls. The screen handles the icing, physical buttons handle the essentials. The audio system is basic, but it provides clear sound. There are no fancy surround sound speakers because those would be fragile and expensive to replace. The wagon version is 5-seat layout. Rear space offers about a fist's width of knee room, not spacious, but adequate. The seats are designed to fold flat, creating a massive cargo area. Cargo space is substantial, extending from 835 mm to 1,355 mm with the rear seats tumbled forward. The tailgate uses a split design, opening left and right, which is convenient in tight spaces. Comfort features include heated front seats, a heated steering wheel, and a 2,400 watt AC power outlet in the cargo area, perfect for tools or camping gear. This is not a cheap inverter, this is a heavy-duty unit capable of running power tools or emergency medical equipment. 2027 adds second row outboard seat heating and ventilation. Safety is covered by Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, including pre-collision, lane departure alert, adaptive cruise, automatic high beam, blind spot monitor, and rear cross traffic alert. However, note that airbag count is relatively limited. Some versions only have front dual airbags. Again, it's a vehicle designed to survive extreme environments, not to get a 5-star luxury rating. In the event of a rollover on a dune, the ladder frame and the roll cage-like structure of the cabin provide the primary protection, not an army of airbags. Let's be honest, the 70 series is not a daily commuter. On paved roads, the experience is firm, the body-on-frame and solid axles transmit every road imperfection. The steering is heavy, requiring effort to park. The size is big, making narrow city streets stressful. The wind noise is present, and the tires hum. But these flaws are exactly why fans love it. They don't want a vehicle that feels like every other car. They want character. It communicates with you. It tells you when the road surface changes from asphalt to gravel just through the feedback in the steering wheel. Now, take it off-road. In mud, the V6 linear torque pushes you steadily forward. The tires dig, and the weight of the vehicle helps it find grip. On gravel, the suspension absorbs impacts while the steering delivers clear road feel. In sand, deflate the tires, engage 4L, and the 70 series carves graceful arcs across the dunes. The weight distribution is ideal, and the short overhangs prevent you from getting stuck on the crest of a dune. On rocks, the diff lock instantly sends power to the gripping wheel. In these scenarios, the 70 series displays not performance, but composure. It makes you feel that this trail is tough, but this vehicle will get you through. This composure comes from 40 years of engineering and millions of users verifying it. Let's compare it to its rivals. The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon is more agile and has better articulation, but it's smaller and less reliable over long distances. The Land Rover Defender is luxurious and powerful, but it's complex and electronics heavy, making it a liability in the deep bush. The Ineos Grenadier is a worthy competitor, designed with a similar philosophy, but it lacks the 40-year legacy of parts availability that the 70 series enjoys. The Grenadier is expensive and hard to find parts for in a developing nation. The 70 series, however, is the universal currency of the Outback. You are not the first to drive this trail, and you won't be the last. The 2027 model also features crawl control and downhill assist control, which automate throttle and braking for extreme terrain, making off-roading safer and easier. But remember, these systems are assistants, not substitutes. The hardware does the real work. The crawl control uses the ABS to simulate a low-speed cruise control, allowing you to focus solely on steering while the vehicle negotiates the tricky sections. Before we look at the price tag, let's talk about where this beast is born. The 70 series is not built on a typical mass-production assembly line. It is often assembled in Toyota's Hamura plant in Japan, alongside other low-volume, high-quality products. The production is slow, methodical, and focuses on quality control. Each frame is laser-measured to ensure perfect alignment. The axles are bench-tested before installation. The workforce at Hamura is highly experienced. Many of the technicians have been building Land Cruisers for over 30 years. This is not a robot-driven assembly line for a Corolla, this is craftsmanship. There is a reason for the waitlists, they simply cannot build them fast enough, but they refuse to compromise on build quality to speed up production. The 2027 70 series is sold globally with varying prices. In the US, the Land Cruiser 250-300 starts around $57,880, while the 70 series is primarily available via parallel import due to US emissions and safety regulations, making it a rare, exotic sight. In Canada, it starts at CAD $71,670. In Australia, the Heartland, prices range from AUD $81,534 for the workmate to AUD $93,894 for higher trims, with some high-end configs reaching AUD $156,810. In South Africa, single cab pickups start at ZR840,900, double cabs at ZR949,800, and wagons at ZR988,800. In the UAE, the 3-door hardtop starts at AED 177,900. New for 2027 are the high-mounted air intake, snorkel, option, a new, inked, color, second-row heated/ventilated seats, and the 12.3-inch screen upgrade. There is also a subtle revision to the bushings in the suspension to improve longevity in dusty environments. Who should buy this? Category 1, people who truly need it, farmers, miners, humanitarians, and geologists in remote areas. For you, it's a tool, a partner, a lifeline. It is an investment in your safety and your business. Category 2, off-road enthusiasts. If you value reliability over speed, this brings you back safely. You don't buy it to impress your neighbors, you buy it to explore the unknown. Category 3, collectors. Owning a brand new 1984 designed vehicle in 2027 is a unique experience. It is a slice of automotive history, still being stamped out fresh. Who shouldn't? City commuters, luxury seekers, and those wanting a do-everything vehicle. It's too extreme for daily use. The turning circle is wide, the fuel bills are high, and the parking is stressful. Finally, the 70 series is a vehicle out of its time. It's not efficient, smart, or luxurious. It's boxy and angular. But it's precisely this that makes it precious. In a fast-changing world, a 40-year-old design is comfort. It tells you some things don't need to change because they were right from the start. It tells you there are still people who value reliability over novelty, functionality over flash. It tells you true classics don't chase trends, trends chase them. The 70 series isn't perfect, it has flaws, compromises, things that shouldn't exist in 2027. But it's these imperfections that make it perfect. This is a vehicle that's been on the road since 1984, and it will keep going. As we look toward the future, with electric vehicles demanding massive charging infrastructure and rare earth minerals, the 70 series stands as a testament to self-sufficiency. You don't need a charging station, you need a jerry can. You don't need a diagnostic laptop, you need a multimeter. It is the last bastion of analog motoring. As long as there are places without roads, as long as there are people who need a vehicle that won't break, the 70 series will continue. Because some legends never die, they just get improved with a bigger screen. Thanks for watching DriveTime.